guys, Willie here with W.T.F car reviews, and today we're going to be reviewing the all-new 2023 Toyota Corolla GR.
And big thanks to T and the rest of the management and staff here at Toyota of Tampa Bay for helping make this review possible. I'll leave a link to our inventory below, and if you're looking for a new car, SUV, or truck in the Tampa area, I would definitely recommend checking these guys out and ask for T.
And for those of you guys who don't know, the GR Corolla is Toyota's all-new high-performance hot hatch released this year for 2023, powered by a turbocharged 1.6-liter inline 3-cylinder, which cranks out a really healthy 300 horsepower and 295 pound-feet of torque. Mated exclusively to a 6-speed manual transmission and a torque vectoring and variable torque distribution all-wheel drive system, you can expect 0 to 60 as quick as 4.9 seconds. The torque distribution is regularly at 60-40 front and rear split, but it can be adjusted all the way to a 30-70 front rear split distribution. And in its track setting, we have an even 50-50 distribution with this all-wheel drive system. The 2023 GR Corolla has a base price of $35,000. What else do we get for that money? Let's jump right in. So up front, we get LED headlamps, LED daytime running lights, and turn signals, and a very wide body kit that we have here. Bold wheel arches, we get functional airflow in both corners, LED fog lights, and a ton of airflow for the radiator and intercooler right up front. We don't get any additional supports in front of the radiator and intercooler, which is odd considering the new Camrys do get it. The Toyota badge houses your Safety Sense 3.0, which is all new for the new 2023 and 2024 Toyota vehicles. GR badge in the corner, additional functional airflow pocket, and a functional heat extractor right behind the GR badge. The wheel and tire setup, we get these multi-spoke black 18-inch rims wrapped in super sticky Michelin Pilot Sport 4 Sun Performance tires, dimensions being 235/40 ZR18, and it's a square setup with all-wheel drive, a beefy front brake caliper, and their slotted rotors should help a lot with cooling. I like how low this hot hatch sits too. I'll take a step back, hopefully you can pick up the side profile. Very aggressive design. The heat extractor is gloss black, the GR badge right behind it. The mirrors are also gloss black with an LED turn signal on them. Blind spot monitoring on the glass. All black trim for the window trim, blacked out B-pillar, but I kind of wish we had an all black painted roof. I feel like it would contrast this red metallic paint beautifully. We get smart access for the driver and the front passenger. The side skirts say GR4 etched in them. I kind of wish those had a black contrast too, but that could be done aftermarket. The rear wheel and tire setup, same thing as up front. The only difference is a smaller brake caliper and rotor, but they're still slotted out rear. That's nice for the price point. Same wheel and tire setup as you mentioned, the 18-inch rims wrapped in 235/40 ZR18 Michelin Pilot Sport 4 Sun Performance tires. The gas cap is not pushed to open. I'll show you the latch is inside. We get LED taillights, turn signals, and reverse lights, and I love the body lines here that we get on this GR Corolla. And another thing you notice is this triple exhaust system. Definitely not something you see throughout the segment very frequently, but Toyota says that this relieves a lot of the back pressure for this turbo 3-cylinder, and it sounds really cool while doing so. And speaking of that, let's fire up this 1.6-liter turbo 3-cylinder and hear how she sounds. Alright guys, that was the sound of this really high output 1.6-liter turbo 3-cylinder sold by Toyota for the 2023 GR Corolla, and it sounds really good with this triple exhaust system cranking out 300 horsepower, 295 pound-feet of torque, made it to a 6-speed manual and a torque vectoring all-wheel drive system. You can expect 0 to 60 as quick as 4.9 seconds, maybe even quicker if you get a really good launch. I'm going to shut this hood right down because it is burning me without these hydraulic struts. We'll take a step back, walk around this 2023 GR Corolla one more time. It is a beautiful vehicle. Before we take a step inside, actually, let's hop out to the opposite side and take a quick look at this window sticker for this 2023 GR Corolla 5-door core. So standard equipment, you guys can pause, take a look. This thing is loaded with standard features. Really impressive for a $35,900 base price. This red metallic paint color is an additional $425, and it is beautiful in this Florida sun. Additional features, you guys can pause, take a look. For total price after about $1,000 in options, $1,100 in destination and handling charge at $38,441 before any dealer specific upcharges. Fuel economy, we get almost 25 mpgs, 21 city, 28 on the highway, which is really good for a vehicle that can do 0 to 60 in under 5 seconds while still keeping a relatively spacious back seat. As far as the interior, again, for the price point, let's see what we get. Up top, hard plastic. The hard plastic continues for the center, but I like the smoked door handle, some soft cloth for the armrest. We get an auto one-touch driver window, lock and unlock. You can lock the windows and 4-way adjustable mirrors. The storage pocket is decent. You'll fit a 6-inch sub and probably a 12-ounce, maybe a 20-ounce water bottle right next to it. The sound system is also really solid for a bass system. It probably helps that the interior cabin isn't the largest. The seats have GR etched in the headrest, and they're very similar to like a Recaro style bucket. It's not nearly as aggressive, but it's also a lot more comfortable. Similar seats to what you would get in like a Civic Si. That you can recline, drop, lift, and slide, but they're manual adjusted seats. You can go for the higher trimmed Corolla GR. This is just a base core, and we have still a really comfortable performance bucket, but it's just not power adjustable. Taking a step inside, we can really check it out. Foot on the brake, foot on the clutch, and the engine start stop. Boom, and everything fires right to life. But first thing we notice is the steering wheel. It's pretty thick. 9.3 fits really well in your hand. Solid 10.2. It's not the most aggressive sports steering wheel. It's not a flat bottom either, which I would expect for a GR, but it still feels very premium. The horn area is rubberized. The horn itself, not very loud and aggressive, but people should still be getting out of your way. A lot of steering wheel controls. We have volume control, infotainment adjustments. You can hang up and answer your phone calls, voice commands, and return. On the right side, we have a radar cruise control. Skip the songs and adjust between AM, FM, and Sirius. And when you press and hold the OK button, you can adjust between adaptive cruise control, overall settings, messages, digital speedo, and our performance pages right underneath. My personal favorite to look at would be the performance pages, so we'll leave it there. The tach goes to about 7,000 RPM, but after 6,500 it turns orange. But the red line itself isn't until 7. Anyway though, digital speedo underneath, temperature outside in the top left corner, clock in the top right, fuel level in the bottom right, and the coolant temperature in the bottom left. Really clean looking digital gauge display. The dashboard is hard plastic here, and up top it has a nice padded material to it, padded for the entire dashboard. I kind of wish they put these materials for the top part of the door panel too. The stocks have a really satisfying click, auto headlamps, fog lights, no auto rain sensing wipers, but wouldn't be expected with a $35,000 base price performance vehicle. We get a tilt and telescoping steering wheel, active rev match. That's a nice feature too for the people that are new to manual driving. Heated windshield, odometer, auto high beams, and interior brightness to the left. Hood latch release. Hopefully you get a good look at the aluminum outline pedals. Continuing along, we have an 8-inch touchscreen. Unfortunately, we have to set up to my specific settings if I wanted to access the navigation screen, so we're not going to do any of that. But outside of the navigation, we also have the song that's currently playing, phone, we're not connected, but the potential owner of this vehicle can of course do all that. Vehicle settings, we get trip information and vehicle alert, and the overall settings, we're currently signed in as the guest, but you can see everything that we can potentially adjust. We also get wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. My personal favorite screen to look at all times would probably be the music screen. Beneath that, air vents, hazard in the center, automatic climate controls. It's just a single zone automatic climate, but it's still nice to get it nevertheless with hard buttons to adjust everything else. We get some stitching for the front of this dashboard. That's a nice premium touch. No wireless charging pad, but a solid storage compartment. Drive mode selector. We get eco mode, normal mode, sport, and custom. We'll start the review off in sport, transition into normal, and just see what the differences are. Traction control, you can turn it off right to the right of it. Of course, we get the 6-speed manual transmission. We can check out the backup camera, foot on the clutch, push it forward into reverse, and a pretty crisp, high-resolution backup camera. We get guidance lines, but unfortunately no trajectory, but it's still a pretty crisp display, taking up all 8 inches of this infotainment screen. We got the park and brake engaged, so we can release the clutch. Behind that, we have our torque distribution for the front and rear, so we can adjust between 60-40. That's the standard distribution. You can also do 30-70, and you press this middle button, and we are in track mode now, which allows for an even 50-50 distribution. We'll start off in just a regular mode, maybe transition into track just to see what the distribution differences are. We're not going to try out the 30-70 because we're not going to be drifting this GR Corolla, but the potential owner of course can do all of that. We get a real e-brake since we have the 6-speed manual transmission, 2 cup holders. You'll fit 12, maybe 24-ounce bottles. The pass-through is a nice spot for a phone. Unfortunately, there's no center console armrest. I have to knock them for that. For this price point, a center console armrest should be expected, but with the manual transmission, really not the biggest deal in the world. Since we don't have the center console, we also don't have any storage in here, but we get a rubberized tray, so everything is not just flying around. 12 volt for a radar detector, not in the best location. If you plug a radar detector in here, that cord is going to be running all throughout this interior. In front of it though, we get a USB-C port, Nice. Glove box, we can pull this latch. It is damp, not lined with felt, but massive. You're fitting 30 license plates in there. You'll fit 2 pairs of shoes with no problem. Additional USB-C port. The rear view mirror is not auto dimming or frameless, but you can pull this flappy thing to dim it. The interior lights are LED. Nice. The visors, you can pull this thing out to extend them. I don't believe they extend themselves. Nope, they do not. And the headliner feels a little bit more on the basic side, but overall, that's about it for the front seat of this 2023 GR Corolla. Let's hop out back, see how much space is offered back there. Hop out in the cargo space and take this beast out for a drive. So up top, just like up front, we get hard plastic material, but that same soft padded cloth trim, a little bit of storage, cup holder, no additional storage down below, but we do get additional one of our speakers. The rear seats, the padding doesn't go all the way out to the door frame, but they're still pretty comfortable and supportive. We'll unbuckle these seat belts, take a step inside. I'm a little bit over 6 feet tall, sitting behind my seat settings, and I still have an inch of knee room, headroom. I have also about an inch, so if you're under 6'2", 6'3", you should be able to fit behind your seat settings with no problem. No air vents, unfortunately, but the front air vents do a pretty good job reaching me back here. The interior light appears to be LED. The center cubby, you really got to jab your hand into it to access, but it's pretty soft cloth. You'll fit 24, maybe 30-ounce bottles in those cup holders. We get a grab handle with a hook. That's nice for a suit or a dress. We get it on both sides of this interior, and that's about it for the back seat. No mat pockets behind either of the front seats. But we can take a step out back, check out the cargo space, and then take this 2024 GR or 2023 GR Corolla out for a drive. So to open up the trunk, press the button all the way down below, and we have a pretty high floor. The floor itself isn't the largest. You're not buying this vehicle for the cargo space. We'll see if we have any additional secret storage. A little bit of secret storage outside of your battery, a little bit for the fix-a-flat kit too. No spare tire. I like the cutouts here though. You can throw some grocery bags and they're not gonna be flying around at all. That's a nice touch. You can fold the rear seats down 60-40 split. You do that and I'd expect you to fit up to a 50-inch TV back here. I like the cover too, so people walking behind your GR Corolla don't see what's going on in your hatch. That's about it though for this monster 2023 GR Corolla. It looks awesome with this red paint and black contrast. Very minimal complaints in my opinion. The only real complaint I have is that I wish we had a black roof to match the black contrasted wheels and mirror caps. Maybe black door handles too, but for the most part, this is a bold and aggressive styled hot hatch. Performance wise, we're making a lot of power with a turbo 3-cylinder. And speaking of power, let's take this 2023 GR Corolla out for a drive and see what it's got. All right guys, now we're just about seeing everything we need to see with the inside and outside of the all-new 2023 GR Corolla. Let's take it out for a drive and see what it's got. My first impressions though, the clutch feels really smooth and easy to understand where the engagement is. However, it feels a little bit on the long side. I wish for the GR Corolla we had a little bit tighter of a clutch, but it's still, as you see, very easy to get into first gear. About third throttle, good power. Second gear, easy to get into. Nice. Well, that wasn't the wastegate from this car. That was a school bus that just drove by, but it was good timing. That was the wastegate from the Corolla, but it sounds really good. All right, guys, taking a step out here, we can try out a small pull in second gear on the gas, boost. Woo! Hopefully you can hear the blow off, but it's not blowing you away with speed, but it feels very quick. Smooth shifts. At about highway speed, we can throw it into 6th gear, see where we're revving. And at about 45 miles per hour, we're at about 1800 RPM. So expect to get about 27, 28 MPGs. That's what the window sticker says for the highway. Combined about 24. So not the best for a 3-cylinder, but it's a really high output 3-cylinder. You're buying this mainly because of the performance. Rev match downshift, 4th gear, nice. 3rd, nice. Works very well. 2nd, cool. Try to pull once we step out here. The handling, steering feels great. 2nd gear on the gas, boost. Woo. Not bad at all. The brakes feel good. All right, guys, taking a step out here. Try to highway pull. Woo. Feels very strong. No, it's not blowing you away, but I can still see 0 to 60 happening in about 5 seconds. I'm not the best manual shifter, so me personally, I'll probably be closer to 5.5. But if you have a really good driver here, Car and Driver tested this at, I believe, 4.85, which for a turbo 3-cylinder, this thing absolutely flies. But on concrete pavement, you hear a little bit of road noise with these really aggressive summer performance tires. But at highway speeds, let's try it out in 6th gear. The wind noise is limited, but again, don't buy this vehicle if you're looking for it to be exceptionally quiet. One more downshift, 3rd gear, gas. Woo! That's what this vehicle is about. The performance here is really impressive. One more time. Yeah, guys, this thing feels really quick. If you're looking for a hot hatch, they don't make cars like the Focus RS anymore. It's really tough to find a Golf R, but if you can get your hands on one of these GR Corollas, this thing looks, in my opinion, better than a Golf R. It looks just as good as those old Focus RSs did, and this really reminds me of something like that while modernizing when it comes to tech. We get the 8-inch updated infotainment screen, a 12.3-inch digital gauge cluster, and a monster turbocharged 3-cylinder. If that's what you're looking for, guys, I would definitely recommend checking out the GR Corolla. I recommend sticking to the base core. With a $36,000 base price, I feel like that's the meat or the best value in the Corolla lineup. If you want the leather seats, upgraded interior, sure, check out the higher trims, but in my opinion, this is the value. And a big thanks to T at Toyota of Tampa Bay for helping make this review possible. I'll leave a link to their inventory below, and if you're looking for a new car, SUV, or truck in the Tampa area, I would definitely recommend checking these guys out and ask for T. And huge thanks to all of you for watching. I had a great time making this video. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. If you already subscribed, thank you so much. You guys know the channel is just not possible without you, and I really appreciate the constant support. But again, if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. Leave a like too. It really helps me out the YouTube algorithm. That's how these videos get promoted to new people. Leave a comment. Let me know what you like. Let me know what you don't like. Leave a comment. Let me know if there's any specific cars, SUVs, or trucks you want to see reviewed on this channel, and I'll definitely try getting those videos for you ASAP. But other than that, again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope all of you have a great day.